Logitech G ANZ have sent me something very special to take a look at. Let's see. That's right, I have been sent a mouse by Logitech ANZ to take a look at, and I am very grateful. Thank you very much. Let's have a look, shall we? So, we're going to do a proper unboxing, because why not? All I've done is open the label. I haven't actually pulled it out yet or anything. So you have some... Look, I just wanted to show you this anyway. Look at this lovely mint paper. Look at that. Ooh, gonna get some ASMR as well. But still, could have just been chucked in the box. The mint paper. Thank you so much. That's beautiful. The G502. Look at that. Look at that lovely thing. So this is the G... Oh, hang on. Let's see if we can get in here. Whoa. This way. So it's very odd using two cameras. This is the G502 Lightspeed. So this is a wireless mouse using the Logitech's latest, fastest wireless technology to connect. And it is... I have used Logitech mice for a while. I am a fan, I have to say. They're ridiculously comfortable. So, looking at the back of the box, maybe we want to take the shinies off perhaps. Oh no, that's a good shot. Let's go with that. Looking at the backs of the box, you can see we have the Lightspeed. We have the weighting for the mice as well, which is fantastic. I really do appreciate the mice that actually come with individual weights. We have the middle mouse button, which has got a couple of different features, which I'll go into. But let's open this puppy up, shall we? Should have possibly grabbed some sort of knife or scissors to actually do this with, but let's see. Do we have any seams? No, we don't. Okay, just gotta open it up then. That was whoops, lucky. I was lucky, man. Let's just put that up there. Oh, it's all too shiny in here. Okay, like that. Perfect. Alrighty, let's put that back like that. Should we pretend that never happened? Let's do that. Look at that lovely mouse. I mean, I gotta say, these mice, this design, if you haven't tried this design, ooh, that's a good sound, I would very much recommend that you grab, assuming you're right-handed, that you grab one of these style of mice. They are super comfortable. So I use them more of a claw grip, I would say, rather than a full palm thing. There's definitely some sort of gap here for me, but I don't have the biggest hands. My hands are relatively average sized for a woman, so I find these mice ridiculously comfortable. But yes, I do use it more as a claw grip, using the buttons all the way at the back rather than sort of all the way over. You can certainly use it as that as well, and even then you can see that still fits just fine, even with sort of relatively small, not tiny hands, but not like huge either. But yeah, I usually use it as a claw grip. On the mouse itself, what you'll see is we have some side buttons. So I find these particularly useful. I use this one here. Can you tell? I actually have an older version of this, and before that I had a 6 something, which had more buttons on the side, but I love these mice. So I use this particular button here usually for push to talk, for voice communications, and the further one for other actions. I often use this button here just on next to the pointer as a shift key, so I remap shift onto there as well, which is fantastic for sprinting. And the front one I often use for control, for crouching. Center mouse button is a clicker. Until you click it in, you can actually, sorry, there's a little extra button buttons here and here. The front one will release it, and then you'll get a beautiful smooth spin on the center key. So you've actually got options there, whether you want a graduated one at a time roller, or if you want it to smooth spin. You have another little button here just above it as well, so you've actually got an extra mouse button there. But these are, and another one all the way up under the thumb if you're actually using full palm grip as well. Got another one there. This is actually a lot more buttons than the older wired 502 that I've got, which is fantastic because you can always use more buttons on mice, especially if you're playing MMOs. So let's take a look at the bottom of the mouse as well. So we've got our connecting, and I'm assuming, oh, should probably have a look at the instructions. It doesn't feel like it has any of the weights in here, so let's actually, maybe we'll open the box and take a look. Okay, what have we got? The color collection. So we've got the sexy black one. Ooh. Logitech sticker to add to my collection, actually. And we've got the brochure about the color collection, because yes, there are sexy looking keyboards as well, by the way, as well as some of the other headphones and other mice in colors. Information about the mouse and how to connect it to your keyboard. I'm just looking quite closely. And you can change the DPI on the mouse as well, of course. You need the Logitech, and you can actually run this wired as well as wireless. But to be honest, if wireless works for you, go with wireless, because wireless for mice is just so fantastic. So yeah. So this is, so yeah, you can run it either way. Here we go. Okay, so I am taking this off. Move cameras. Because my connector should be under here. If I can open the thing. I don't want to break it. I might have a look at that later. I don't want to break it. More information. We have our connection cable. Using USB, just a standard USB micro connector, though it is also shielded and fabric bound as well, which is nice. And it's more of a plastic texture on the fabric binding, which is actually better, because I often find the normal fabric bound cables that have more of a material kind of feel are often more, they kind of catch a little bit more. So actually it's quite a good fabric binding, actually. I appreciate that. And then finally the weights, where we have, oh, here we go. Sorry, here's, here we go. So you can use, so you got two options. If you're using, for example, a laptop, you can plug, this is your receiver, directly, there's a receiver, you can plug that directly into the computer. However, if your computer is a distance away, it looks like this needs to be within, your receiver needs to be within about 20 centimeters of the mouse. So if, for example, you're using a desktop computer like me, this plugs into here. And then that obviously goes into your computer. So you actually can both plug the mouse in directly using this cable, but it's also an extender for the actual USB receiver, which is great. So yeah, it looks like the USB key can be kept underneath them. There we go. Just had to press a little bit more vigorously. So you can, if you're using this mouse for traveling, you can keep your USB receiver inside the mouse as well, just for safe keeping. Now let's take a look at, so this is a magnet connection this is a magnet connection, interestingly. Yeah, nice. Okay, just needed to be a little bit more vigorous. And then we've got the various weights that you can use to adjust how your mouse actually feels. 2 gram weights, 4 gram weights, and these go in. Well, that will have to be something I investigate later, because it's not super obvious how to put the weights in. I mean, the mouse feels, let me compare it to the existing one. A little light. So I'm pretty sure that I will actually need some weights in here in order to make this work nicely for me. But such a nice mouse. Thank you once again to Logitech. Oh, the magnets are strong because I've just put the magnet cover in. Oh, I've just put the magnet cover in upside down, which tells me, of course, where I need to put the weights in. They go in the magnet cover. Oh, that's great. There we go. And of course, oh, how's that for design? They'll be held in because it's a magnet. Oh, look at that. That's lovely. And then the whole thing drops back in. And now I have a heel weighted mouse. That's fantastic. Oh, that's really, really fantastic, actually. Really clever design. I'm very impressed with that. So yeah, as I was saying, thank you once again to Logitech Australia for sending me out this very fantastic mouse. It's impressive. I'll hook it up later and get all the pretty lights working. You will need, if you're using the Logitech mice, they will of course work just out of the box, but if you want to access any of the additional customizable settings, you will need to be running the Logitech gaming software, which you can download from their website, and that allows you to configure things such as the DPI, the additional mouse buttons, and of course any flashy lights that you want to add to your mouse, because RGB best be. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please do give us a thumbs up if you like this video and share it, because that's always helpful. Follow me here on YouTube and over at twitch.tv/ICYIC, where I stream 4 days a week, and I would love to see you there. Thank you very much for watching, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.